So today I'm talking about a Nissan with the P0341 code, what it is and how you go about fixing it. So what is a Nissan P0341 code? Well, it's a camshaft position sensor A circuit range performance. And what does this mean? Well, the onboard computer uses the camshaft position sensor to know the location of the camshaft as it spins, and it uses this for timing. And it's seen a problem inside of this, so it has to be troubleshooted to know why. And some of the possible causes, well, it could be a faulty cam sensor, it could be a loose wiring connection, there could be an open or short in the wiring, and it could be a blown fuse. And so the first thing to do when you get this code is to locate the sensor A, and there can be one sensor or there could be multiple sensors. So it's really going to vary. You're going to have to find a wiring diagram or schematic for your particular year of Nissan and engine type to know for sure what's going on. But quite commonly in older Nissans there'd be one, and in newer ones there's two, and the sensor A is the one that you want to find. And the sensor A is always going to be on the exhaust side, so find the exhaust, and the cam sensor closest to that is going to be the sensor A, and sensor B will be closest to the intake. And so once you locate the cam sensor A, the next thing to do is to examine the wiring really good and be sure that it looks like it's plugged in good, there's no open shorts or anything like this, because anything wrong with the wiring could cause the same symptoms as a bad sensor. So you want to check that out and be sure that all looks good. And you can also check the wiring if you wanted to. And again, you always want to get schematics for your particular Nissan year and engine type to know for sure what's going on with the wiring. So you want to get a schematic for that. But basically what's going on with these wiring is that one wire will be ground, one wire will be power coming from the battery when the key's in the on position, and one wire will be a signal wire going back to the onboard computer. So with the key in the on position, you should be getting power to this. Now it could vary. Again, you're going to have to get schematics for your particular Nissan, but it'll be 5 volts, 9 volts, or 12 volts. But basically you'll be getting power on one of these. And then one will be ground, which you could check for continuity, and then one will be a signal wire, which you could check for continuity also if you wanted to. And one thing to keep in mind with this, especially if you're not getting no power to the circuit when the key's in the on position, is that the whole circuit's on a fuse. And so you want to check for any blown fuses. This is usually inside the engine compartment where this fuse is located, although sometimes it could be up underneath the dashboard. It's usually inside the engine compartment. So if you're not getting no power to that cam sensor circuit, then check for a blown fuse. And so if you've done all that, you check the wiring, that all looks good, there's no blown fuses or anything like that, then very likely it's time just to go ahead and replace this cam sensor. And they could be easy sometimes, and they could be hard other times, mainly because of where they're located. Replacing the sensor itself is usually easy, since it'll just have like a 10mm bolt and a wiring harness going to it. And all you do is take the bolt out, pop the old one out, and pop the new one in. But sometimes they can be located in difficult to reach spots. Sometimes they'll be on top of the engine, so they're easy to get to. But then other times they could be on the side of the engine, even like in between the firewall and the engine, where you're really hard to get down and into. So again, it's going to vary on that. Some could be easy, some could be hard. But the next step would be to go ahead and change out that cam sensor A. And so that's basically it. I just want to give a real quick brief overview of how you go about fixing the Nissan with the P0341 code. If you have anything to add, please comment down below. If you have any questions, ask me and I'll try to answer them. If this video helps you, please click like, please click subscribe, and have a good day.